Mechanism or dark humor. So I came across some posts sometime, I think sometime last week thereabout, where somebody posted and said, "My mother went to the hospital and forgot to breathe." And then some other persons got the gist, and in the comment section, I started saying things like, "My father went for a burial and forgot the address to the house." One said, "My sister went to give birth to my baby and forgot to come back home." Another one said, "My brother went out to buy something and forgot to come back home." And a lot of comments like that. And some persons were sad about it. But guess what? Some persons were triggered. Somebody said, "Oh, I pity this generation of people. So much disrespect. There's so much value has been lost." And I was like, really? Someone had to comment and said, "It's not about the lost respect. Do you know what they call coping mechanism?" Calm down, I'm going to explain. Now, coping mechanism is more like the conscious or unconscious way of dealing with painful experiences, especially when it's triggered something that is very emotional, like in the case of grief, in the case of loss of something, whatever that hurts you. You just find a way to just get by it, and that's what some persons call dark humor. But is it really dark humor, or is just a means of coping? Now, there are different ways in which people or different ways people cope with things that happen to them. One of those ways is by or not really talking about it as it is. So, for someone that said, "My mom went to the hospital and forgot to breathe." He knew obviously the mom died, but he felt instead of saying it that way, it's going to be more hurting. He goes on to say, "Oh, she forgot to breathe." So that moment it felt like, "Oh, I'm playing, I'm laughing." But it doesn't hurt as much. But does it? It actually hurts so much because these things are really affecting. So how do you now deal with coping mechanism? I'm going to give some obvious signs of coping mechanism. Number one of it, you don't want to talk about it, or you like to look for a sugarcoating way to make it look like it doesn't really hurt that much. It actually hurts. It's just you looking for a way just to make it look like it doesn't hurt that much. Another means is you don't want to talk about it whatsoever. When somebody asks you, "Oh, I notice whenever I come to your house, I don't see your parents. What happened?" "They abandoned me." "Ah, how did they abandon you?" "I don't want to talk about it." That's another means. You just feel like, "Oh, maybe not talking about it is just going to help me." But does it really help, or you are just compounding the pain for later? Another means of coping mechanism is you just living as though it never even happened whatsoever. But did it really happen or not? It actually did happen. It's just for you to find a way to get by, go by it. So then how do you now deal with coping mechanism? Talk about it. She went to the hospital, probably maybe she went for an operation and she died in the process. Oh, I really want to talk about it. What happened? Go in details. You could talk to a loved one, you could talk to a professional, and then you just explain, "Oh, this is what happened. It really hurts because right now I miss having a mother figure in my life, and it's been that I've been the only one." Just saying that, at least I have everybody. True, but obviously you should know that it's not everybody that can fill the space of everybody. Yes, we know people are not, there are some persons that are irreplaceable, there are some persons that are replaceable, but you know there are some persons that are not easily replaceable. So you should really talk about it in details. Then when you're talking about it, find means of moving on. Moving on could be, "Oh, let me really say this thing hurts me." Yes, does that mean you should not really have dark humor? Maybe for some persons, actually, even with the dark humor, they've overcome the pain. It's good and fine. But some persons are just using that to cover up. So when you're seeking that help, look for obvious ways to move on. And moving on, beyond talking about it, know that this thing happened. Self denial doesn't help in healing. Denying this thing didn't happen is going to hurt you the more. So to talk about it, and move away from self-denial, knowing that this thing really happened. Okay, then what else should I do? Embrace what you have in the present. Yeah, it's so painful, the void is there and everything, but you still have loved ones, you still have people that are acting like mother figures, sister figures, whatsoever. Yes, they are not exactly who you lost, but there are persons there. Appreciate what you have in the moment. Appreciate whatever they've done for you. For those that actually spent moments with such persons before they died, appreciate it, or before they left, because also that chemo is not about when the person dies. It could be that, oh, your parents left, your parents divorced, and all of those things. Live in the moment, appreciate the times you spent with them, and all of those things. Then learn to Then self-care. Self-care also works. Hang out with friends, with loved ones, read, travel, journal, eat. Food also works also. So whenever you come across persons that are going through this pain, and before you conclude and say, why is so disrespectful, try to find out, is it really that it's just dark humor or they're hurting? I hope this was helpful. Remember to subscribe and you can drop your comments, whatever you want to share. And if you want us to talk about something, feel free also. Bye.